Welcome to our premier last Epoch build guide. We are going to add guides to this promising action RPG game just like we do for Path of Exile, keeping similar format of the videos, so if you are not completely new to the channel, you will know exactly what to expect. This guide is for the Flame Wraith Necromancer, which just might be the single best minion build in the game. Necromancer is your go-to class if you want to play using minions in the last Epoch. The following guide revolves around using Wraiths with Locus of Death passive and specific idols that grant you a total of 100% chance to summon Flame Wraiths instead of the regular ones. While it would appear as a downside that your minions lose mobility, it actually works in their favor, as they don't suffer from any AI deficiencies, and can just stay in place casting their fireballs with greatly increased damage, while your role is to stay alive and buff them with various utility skills. You are also going to use Dreadshade, which on top of directly buffing your Wraiths, will cause up to 2 of them to decay health faster, and grant a 100% chance to summon volatile zombies on their death. And since they are triggered like that, they will cost no mana. Additionally, volatile zombies will create corpse parasites, and skeleton vanguards, and provide you with ward on death. You should also use Transplant for extra mobility, minion damage boost, mana recovery, and bone armor for extra defenses. This build offers simply massive damage, making it a great character versus bosses and stationary targets. It's also very tanky thanks to the massive ward granted by volatile zombies, bone armor, and extra healing from Rip Blood. The required items are quite easy to obtain, while the 2 uniques we have used are in no way mandatory to get started. You can easily complete all the currently available content while staying in relative safety while your Wraiths do the job. This build can fall into mana management issues without good equipment, which can limit the number of utility spells you can recast efficiently. The clear speed is moderate, with inconsistent damage from your Wraiths against spread out packs of enemies. This build requires no specific unique items, but given the impact of the ones listed, they are heavily recommended. Aberrant Call has low-level requirement, and should be the easiest to obtain, and simply the best in slot for almost any summon Wraith build. It should be also relatively easy to get it with legendary potential. As stated previously, Aberrant Call is a very important part of the build. It increases the number of maximum Wraiths and the level of this skill. It grants mana regen and minion damage. The only downside is making your minions lose health over time, but that's partly desirable in this case. Logi's Hunger increases the fire minion skills level, which applies both to Wraiths and volatile zombies here. It's also used for resistance and increased critical strike chance for minions. This amulet's base also has some valuable implicit mods that boosts 2 important resistances. Julare's Obsession is the best pair of gloves for this build. It has a huge potential to make you and your minions more durable. These can even be upgraded later, to include an offensive modifier such as minion damage via legendary crafts. Titan's Heart is a good low-level alternative that adds tons of maximum health. It should also be easy to craft a legendary one with additional mods, possibly increasing your Wraith's DPS. All your skills scale with intelligence, so it's one of the most desirable stats to look for. Obviously, minion damage, minions' health, as well as your own, will be of use. Other defensive stats will be obviously resistances. Cast speed, crit chance, and multiplier are supplementary damage boosts for your minions. You will also probably need a lot of mana regeneration to sustain the constant skill casts. On your rare items, you should also look for increases to the level of Summon Wraith as the chest slot prefix, and possibly minion critical strike chance on both armor and the helmet slot. On your gloves and belt you can craft minion damage or health, and other than that, simply focus on generic defensive stats for your character. Getting 2 Adorned Immortal Idol, 2x2, with increased to summon Flame Wraiths instead of regular ones is a must-have for this build. You should also get at least 1 large Immortal Idol, 1x3, with a chance for marked on death on minion hit. That will be a great boost to your overall DPS output. Other than that, look for increased minion critical strike chance, health, and missing resistances. There aren't many particularly interesting passives in the Acolyte's tree, so it's advised to take the 20 to 21 points only. From the first tier, both Blood Aura and Forbidden Knowledge will work, preferably the latter if you are low on necrotic resistance, and the intelligence will scale better in most cases. The two most important passives can be found in the second tier, and those are Stolen Vitality for the big bonus to vitality and minions' health, and Dark Rituals for increased minion attack and cast speed. Both should be maxed out. From the Lish's tree, it's recommended to take 10 points in Apocrypha. Both intelligence and mana regeneration are very important stats used in this build, which greatly increase your DPS and sustainability. This passive tree contains most of the DPS nodes for this build. None of them are particularly important as they all have similar effects, but still, we have selected the best ones. In the first tiers, you should max Risen Army for increased minion damage. You can optionally take Reclamation of Souls if you feel too squishy, otherwise, just save those points for DPS nodes available later. Mortal Tether is quite important as ward generation from exploding zombies as your core defensive layer, and it's based on their maximum health. The best nodes can be found in the top right corner, and you should allocate max points in Frantic Summons, River of Bones, Heresy, and Blades of the Forlorn. You can also take Cling to Life and Empty the Grave, as they are among the best defensive nodes here, boosting your health, resistances, and armor. Summon Wraith. This is your main damage source. You should be able to summon up to 15 of them, which will deal tons of fire damage with their rapidly cast projectiles. On the passive tree, you should take Locus of Death, which will immobilize your wraiths to make them more efficient. It will make them easier to control and their DPS will increase. Then obviously go for Flame Wraith with some damage passives on the way. Delay the End is also quite important as it can boost the rate at which your volatile zombies are triggered. It's also recommended to take all the crit nodes in the bottom left of the tree. Summon Volatile Zombie. These zombies are one of the main parts of the build. You will summon them each time one of your minions which is affected by Dread Shade dies. Since your zombies are triggered by Dread Shade mainly, and cost no mana, taking Dreadful Horde, Vile Force and Shepherd of Thralls yields no downsides. Vital Ward is very important, it will generate a lot of ward for defensive purposes. Pull of the Grave will help take down bosses and tougher enemies quicker. Awakening Presence allows you to trigger more zombies on minions' death, but in this case it will cost mana, so reconsider skipping this node entirely. This minion attaches itself to one of your other minions, preferably wraiths, to increase their damage and decay their health faster, allowing your zombies to be triggered more consistently. On the tree, you must pick Beyond Death, which is by far the most valuable passive. It will summon previously mentioned zombies with no mana cost. Take the short path leading to Grim Fate. It will increase the area of effect, and DPS, which is granted by Dread Shade. Any excess points should go into Lingering Doom. Rip Blood is the primary spell obtainable by the Acolyte class, which is used to grant extra healing and recover mana whenever needed. It will also help with your wraiths targeting. On the tree, take Stench of Blood, which greatly increases your single target damage. Other than that, you can just maximize your mana recovery by allocating Thirst and Mana Feast. On the other hand, Quenching and Hematology are maxed to boost your health recovery via health globes and extra healing from your intelligence attribute. Transplant is primarily used for mobility, but with the right setup, it will also boost your DPS output and defenses via bone armor. It can also instantly recover mana. Make a way into Pale Blood. It will make you take more damage, but gain mana, which is at this point a far more valuable resource. Pick up Siphon to restore some of your life back. Last Laugh is a plain damage increase for your minions after you use this skill. Bone Armor is also very important. It reduces damage taken and grants armor. Invest your points in this and the surrounding passives to make it more effective. In the final section, we will only recommend the best blessings for this setup. The Black Sun timeline offers mainly defensive-oriented bonuses for this particular build. You can choose either bonus health or void resistance. Other blessings have negligible usage. From the Age of Winter, you can get many great defensive blessings, most notably the % increased armor 1, physical resistance, and endurance threshold. Spirits of Fire Timeline offers the best blessing for this entire build, so you may want to focus on it first. The Spirit of Command boosts the minion damage and it is all around the best choice. From the Reign of Dragons, pick up any of the resistances, both necrotic and all resistances should work fine for most setups. In Ending the Storm, picking up mana is the best option, as it helps you greatly with mana management during boss fights. Other than that, only lightning resistances or health regeneration can be of use to you. This would be all for this guide. If you have enjoyed it, and want to see more Last Epoch content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to get notified about new releases. See you soon!